फोटो आएगा ना
Good morning, aspirant. I am back with new topic and new day. Today is Friday. As we all know, the weekends are coming, but still, our energy. This is the fourth day of our fourth. If you start from the Monday, then there also fourth or fifth day of our week, and we have to be energetic till the last. Consistency matters a lot. I just want to share you because the morning one incidents happened with me. How consistent? Even consistency doesn't mean in the consistency includes both in good thing also and bad thing also. So we should be consistent in a good things. Okay, remember this. Let's back to our today's topic. Our today's topics are important topics for the today, particularly the GS3 perspective. Today we are going to discuss security issue, internal security specifically, internal security, and then one is environment only, because last 2-3 days environment related issues, particularly the energy environment in renewable energy are in the news. Okay, why this is in the news? Because our honorable prime minister inaugurated the bioethanol plant in Assam. Okay, so this is our two topics. They both topics you can correlate with either GS1 also, GS1 geography. In that also, if you see 2025, there were two questions. One is offshore reserves and the second one is solar energy reserves. So this perspective means this topic is not only limited to GS3, it includes the GS1 also, and this is a one study approach. This one study approach will help you to, if you prepare the topic for the on renewable energy, if you prepare the topic renewable energy, you will get good idea of complete, means you can able to write in GS3 also and GS1 also by getting the good idea of all the what exactly the renewable energy mean. Okay, and the first topic as internal security, we have around 6 to 7 topics in internal security, and these 6 to 7 topics are of 50 marks. Question number 9, question number 10, question number 19, question number 20. This is for the mains. Okay, in GS3 this pattern is fixed. This pattern is fixed for the GS3. Question number 9, question number 10, question number 19, question number 20. We this year 2025 means UPSC had asked the question on the maritime border security. So today we are going to discuss, might be the possibility that in next year the question will be a land border. And what exactly the land border issues, the various border issues are considered in India, surrounded by the hostile neighbors, and it creates the land border issue, even the coastal border or marine border. 2025 UPSC asked the question on marine border, so we will discuss the exactly the land border. Okay, land border issues in the land border, how land border is becoming the vulnerable, and why the protection of land border is important for the internal security. Okay, so let's begin. Before this, I just want to, I will tell you, in 2023 there was one question on home guards prelims. This topic internal security is not only important for the mains, but in now they are asking question in the prelims itself. Internal security 50 marks. Okay, in mains, but in prelims they have asked the question on particularly home guard one, then the prisons 2023 also and 2021 also, the arrest and kind of arrest, what are the police custody and judicial custody. So for the prelims perspective, this internal security topics is important, particularly in for the prelims perspective. Do read act and institutions. Okay, so you have to remember what are that: UAPA Act, then Home Guards Act. Okay, Home Guard comes under state list, but the mostly Home Guard Act, like the Police Forces, Indian Police Force Act 1960, 1861, that has amended post independence. But these are the act, the Internal Security Act, TEDA or TARA, then the POTA. Okay, all these acts are important for the prelims perspective. Why this is important for the prelims perspective? If you see the PYQs 2021, 2023, 2000, even 2025 also they ask the question. Okay, so you have to get the idea for the prelims, act and institutions. Done. So let's begin with our first topic, that is the cross-border drugs drones from the Pakistan, rising the internal security challenges for India. Drugs drones. What exactly the drugs drone means? These are drugs drones are the unarmed unmanned vehicles, unmanned aerial vehicles. UAV. We call as UAV. Okay. And this generally, if you see our India's border, then you will get to know that this is my simple method to draw the map. In this area, it's very porous border. Border nature is very porous. Even in this northeast also, the insurgency in Bangladesh, infiltration, gold smuggling, then drugs trafficking, all these are the internal security challenges in the border areas. We are going to discuss all these challenges, but I just want to recent why in the news drone. Actually, what is happening on the India-Pakistan border, particularly Punjab? We have access to go, means our farmer have access to go and cultivate in Pakistan border, and there is a porous border. So what Pakistan is doing? BSF have found more than 82 drones incidences. Okay, and what Pakistan is doing? Pakistan using this porous border nature for their own destabilize India's Punjab region, India's Jammu Kashmir region. Okay, so this topic becomes important not only for the internal security perspective, but overall as India's internal security. Okay, then this is why in the news, and recently our home minister 2 days back only concluded the conference on the narcotic drugs and psychotropics annual meeting. In that, NCRB published the report on the how drugs and crimes happening in the India. Organized drugs comes under the organized crimes, and UPSC had asked the question earlier on the organized crimes. Here, if you see drugs and drones, that means how the state sponsored terrorist groups or state sponsored, they are using traditional way and modern way to destabilize India's internal security. Drones is a modern technology, new technology, innovation, use of technology in destabilizing India's internal security. Okay, so you have to remember, and UPSC is asking this question only in the same pattern. Same pattern. They are mixing the two concepts together. How technology and drones. UPSC had asked the question in earlier also in 2021. How drone becomes the challenges for the India's internal security. Okay, so this is the why in the news. Now the next point is, see, this is the drones. How this image is given. Then border security in area. Why border security is necessary for India? Okay, the first one is we are the diverse country socially. Second one, our northeastern region is more vulnerable. Third one, minority population. Fourth one, radicalization. Okay, I am mentioning here vast nature of border. We are sharing 6 to 7 country. Okay, 7 countries border, land border. Okay, done. Then minority population, social domain you can see, radicalization of youth, and then this one, radicalization of youth, political stability. For these reasons, internal security in border area is very important. Northeast is more vulnerable. Pakistan, Jammu and Kashmir region, even sometimes there was an issue of earlier the LTT in the Tamil Nadu region. So this becomes very important to study the border areas security in the internal security in the border areas. Okay, so these are the particular points why we want to study the border, means strengthen the internal security in border areas. Then these are cross border smuggling, narco terrorism. Okay, geographical vulnerabilities, as we all know, swamps in the Rajasthan to the river border in the Bangladesh, that makes India more vulnerable for the border threats. Okay, this is why we want to study the land border and how drones are threatening, means carrying the weapons, then small micro weapons, then carrying the drugs. Okay, now this is our second point. Third point, what exactly challenges posed by this border security areas, particularly the drone technology and others. The challenges we are going to discuss is this one only. Just a minute. Why border security is important? Narco prevent, we have already discussed this. Now we are going to ensure the internal security and law and order situation. Law and order situation, as we all know, youth and drugs menace. If you see, there was one movie on the Urta Punjab, because of drugs menace, then the most of the drugs cartel, the organized crime, destabilization, economy, loss of money, everything. Okay, now we will come to our next heading, that is, just a minute, major areas threatening internal border areas. Okay, first is Punjab and Punjab Pakistan border. 82 incidences in just 1 month happened in Punjab Pakistan border. Means India Pakistan Punjab region border. Okay, and this incident shows how state sponsored terrorism is prevailing and dethroning the our India's internal security in the Punjab region. Then if we come from the Punjab, this is the western border. If you go to the eastern border, Myanmar free movement regime. The instability, I once again repeat, the instability in the Manipur is one of the reason of that free movement regime. That's why the government of India in 2024 that stopped the free movement regime. But despite this, there is arms supply, there is support, there is a nexus between the rebellion groups in the rebellion groups in the Manipur and the support from the Myanmar. Okay, and Myanmar itself is under junta regime, and the Rakhine state share the border with India's Mizoram. This is the major issue which makes the border security more vulnerable in the northeastern region. And if you go to the central northern India, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, recent incidences in the Nepal creates the challenges in the border areas, particularly the refugee crisis, the infiltration. This makes become very important to protect the India's border. But these are the challenges in border areas, land border areas, but to be specific. Okay, Western Rajasthan, Jammu and Kashmir. I just, whenever the question came on this border, you should mention about this, what exactly the issue in this Myanmar. You can see in this here also, Nepal instability, Jammu and Kashmir state sponsored terrorism, swamp. Okay, this is a one thing you should write down here in your answer, exactly what land border issues major challenge to the internal security because of this porous border and this, what exactly the challenges, these are the challenges towards the particular specific land border areas. Then now, if this is the thing, what exactly the initiatives taken by the government of India regarding to contain this land border challenges. First is, we have the bilateral trade, means if you remember, the coordination center is already there, narco coordination center, the national NDPS act policy is there, anti-drone system is there, and the awareness campaign. Apart from this, 2021 drone rules. Okay, drone rules. This is one. India Bangladesh land border agreement of means to 2020 2015 100 constitutional amendment. Okay, this is the one. And the cooperation at the government formal level, then uh, opening the like connectivity, then the land border check posts. India have set up Special Authority, Land Port Authority of India, to look after all the things in land water areas. This is just one, because you have to remember there is airport, land port. You have to remember this: land, airport, land port, seaport. And we are discussing Land Port Authority of India and the particular ports in the opening, particularly the Kailabele one port is there. Land port I'm talking, India Bangladesh border. Okay, then Myanmar, in India Bangladesh border in the Meghalaya. There is also around 16 to 20 land ports has been developed by even Wagha border is also a land port, considered as a land port. Okay, so government of India institutionally working this, and apart from this, the law and legislation India has passed to control the what exactly the threatened means position threatened by these external actors in the border areas. Okay, and even moreover, apart from this, aspirational district programming and the border village programming, that is called vibrant village programming. Okay, these are the programs launched by government of India to support border area infrastructure, border area security protection. Okay, if you provide the developmental policies to them, means local border, the people will not collude with the external actors. Okay, so these are the policies. You can go through this, and even the drugs related specific policies, NDPS Act 1985. Under that, NCB has been established, Narcotic Control Bureau. Okay, Narcotic Control Bureau have various regional offices and it is controlling. Then the Unlawful Activity Prevention Act, UAPA 2019, it has been amended. Okay, these are the particularly the institutional mechanism and legislative mechanism. Apart from this, the policy I have mentioned, the vibrant village programming and aspirational district programming. Okay, aspirational block programming also that has been implemented in the border areas also. And then the government is specifically focusing on the strategic locations where we can develop the infrastructure. Particularly, Doinapalli Airport in the Arunachal Pradesh has been become the greenfield airport, opened in 2022, 2023 for the people, because it will create the connectivity. If connectivity is there, the far away distance will be connected together. Even the infrastructure, Sairang Bairang, Sairang Ajol high railway connectivity. Yesterday we discussed this topic. This also becomes very important to reduce the loneliness and to reduce the farness. Earlier we generally think that northeast is far away, but north is now frontier, the frontier of India's developmental policies. Okay, this is the thing. Connectivity, then laws, institutions, all these initiatives will help to reduce the security challenges in the land border areas. Okay, despite this thing, we have little challenges already there. Apart from this, what additional measures can be taken? Before that, these many policies, these many institutions we have set up, but still there are issues which are persistent. First is porous border, as we can say, technological gap, porous border, technological gap, awareness, internal support, Maoism, the political mileage of this political opportunism in border area. Generally, the instability between instability in the Manipur. Why I am coming to the Manipur? The reason is this only, because ultimately internal support which boosts the confidence of external actors to intervene. This is the simple formula. I will give one example. If anything happening in the family and third person is intervening in the family, he will not interfere unless and until any family member is supporting him. So this is the reason Manipur is become unstable. Even the Jammu and Kashmir terrorist attack, the Pahalgam attack, there was instances. If you see the operations in the we launched post Pahalgam attack, there was a news that internal citizen of India, for people from the Kashmir, they supported the terrorist group to enter in the Indian territory. So this is very crucial, and this is one of the challenge. Okay, the next one, technological gap. See, the surveillance system and everything compared to the developed countries, we are lacking little bit. And the bordering, if you see the fences building that has been done in case of the Bangladesh and Pakistan border area, but that has been not done in case of Myanmar. It is just around 4,000 km border we share with Myanmar, and only 2,000 km is developed. And third problem is that is unsettled border with China. China, and you can say the Pakistan also. The LOC is not an actual international recognized border. It is a temporary settlement post Simla Agreement 1972. Okay. Then, as I mentioned, the youth, then the local participation, even this also unsettled borders, then the use of the social media, use of the advanced technology by the terrorist group. These are the challenges, these are the gaps found in the India's internal security challenge, India's internal security management mitigation in land border area. So additional what measures we can do, that we are going to discuss right now. Okay, so let me show you. The best is Integrated Command and Control Act 2023. This act gives power to all the three armed forces act in tandem. Even not only this, other forces also, even the BSF, if BSF personnel is working in the integrated command, he will be the under the authority of the armed forces. This is the very revolutionary change brought up by the government of India after the Command and Integrated Command and Control Act 2023. This is very major step. The second one is special satellite and special use of the technology for the control of the border area security. This is the means ISRO has launched the special satellite for the border area management, real-time data analysis. Then advancement of the defense and weapons technology. That defense and weapons technology, that will also help to boost the India's internal security. Then the training to the capacity building of the means law and order enforcement agencies, that include the police also and the central agencies also. Then the discussion and dialogue in border in the countries which we have unsettled border, particularly the India-China, because India-China border is very huge border and we still have unsettled border. If you want to become a superpower, we should settle our border first. This is one of the things, but what we can do, discussion, dialogue. Okay, first one is, as I here also mentioned, technology and strengthening the forces, integrated command and control, coastal system, and Coast Guard as the best example. The regional cooperation, enhancing the cooperation between Columbus Security Conclave. Might be you are aware about this Columbus Security Council, the community engagement programming, legal reforms and employment scheme for in the border areas for the youth. So they should get the benefit of the health, benefit of the development. Okay, this is the our first topic. I hope you would understood the complete topic. Now, before going to these are the questions what we have discussed. I will show you just minute. Border areas, then particularly land border we are discussing. In this land border only, let me show you what exactly Pakistan border. Here we have discussed the various why land border is important. Then we have discussed what are the challenges, what are the initiatives, way forward, and conclusion. Do write means a question on this topic, because this topic is very important. 6 to 7 points in internal security, that will reward you 50 marks, 50 marks of internal security in the GS3. And not only in GS3, if you see GS1 also, sometimes they are asking, GS2 sometimes they are asking. So it becomes very important to study these 6 to 7 points. And this internal security is fueled by in India to by renewable energy. So now our next topic automatically becomes renewable energy, India's progress in renewable energy. What are the challenges in the renewable energy, and what are the measures taken by the government of India to promote the renewable energy? Because if you see our Panchpran of Glasgow COP 2000 COP 26, one of the target is 50% of our energy should be from non-fossil sources. See, this is a difference from non-fossil sources and fossil sources. Fossil means coal, petrol and everything, okay, but non-fossil renewable energy sources. Then this is one of our Panchpran in Glasgow 2021 Glasgow Summit COP26, and UPSC exactly asked this year question in the GS3 on what exactly the India's achievement in this domain, what exactly the India's role in this domain. Okay, so where exactly we are standing, and thus we are able to achieve this Panchpran by 2020 by 2030. So this is a very important topic for the prelims perspective, also mains perspective. Each and every year there is one question on the renewable energy technology. For example, biomembrane biomembrane filter. This is a 2024 prelims question, is related to what? Okay, high storage capacity 2024 prelims question. Then this 2000 energy gasification and pyrolysis 2019 PYQ prelims. This is as related with what? So Satat initiative and the other initiative, the PM Kusum, then the 2020 there was one question on the Saubhagya scheme. So all this becomes important because each and every year in prelims UPSC is asking one or two questions on this renewable energy. What are the methods? 2023 green hydrogen mission question. And not only prelims, if you see 2025 mains question number 8 or 9, solar energy. So why renewable energy UPSC is focusing? Because this is a very upgrading the landscape and the broadening the landscape. India is working good in this domain. That's why the government of India, government of India's policy and UPSC asking more question on this topic. Okay, so let's start with the our first. This is our second topic, that is the renewable energy. Then let's, what is the renewable energy basket? Is a journey towards the energy self-reliance. And one more thing I just want to forget. In the 16th of July 2025, India has achieved its 50% target from the non-renewable, non-fossil fuel sources. Okay, 50% we have achieved this in within the 5 years, means 5 years ahead. Before our target was by 2030, but on 16th of July 2025 we have achieved this target. I will show our total energy requirement is this much, 482 gigawatt, and how much we are producing from the non-fossil fuel sources, it's around 245. In this also I will discuss the what is the major contributor: solar energy, bioenergy, wind energy, thermal energy. Okay, but we have achieved this target on 16th of July 2025. So let's come discuss what exactly the policies, why this India has able to achieve these are the targets. And as I earlier discussed, why in the news? Because 2 days back our honorable Prime Minister has inaugurated the bioethanol plant in Assam. Okay, this is the why I have taken this renewable energy topic. Now, what exactly the India's achievement, and why this? What are the policies that led to the that led to the achievement of the 50% target? Then this is a one of the schemes, solar energy, and this data becomes very important for you guys to write in the mains. Okay, because if you want to justify your points, you should justify with your facts, data and some committee commission reports. Then, but what exactly renewable energy basket mean in India? What energy constitute under renewable energy? So first one obviously is solar energy, then the wind energy, then bioenergy, it comes under bioethanol. Okay, then nuclear energy. Okay, then if you see the in thermal also, if you see the ocean energy, okay, and wind energy, these are the renewable energy basket in India, and India is the fourth largest producer of renewable energy in the world. India want to become a first largest producer country or producer of renewable energy in the world. But India, this is a very big milestone. India is the only G20 country which is on the path to achieve its 2015 commitment. Okay, and this is commitment under the Paris Agreement. Then, so I will discuss first. This is our the largest contributor of renewable energy basket is solar energy, and How much it is contributing? 1110 gigawatt. This is the thing. There are n number of plenty scheme I am going to discuss. Government of India has launched in the last 1 and 2 decades to improve the India's solar energy capacity. The next one is our wind energy. Wind energy contributes about 51 to 52 gigawatt. Okay, this is one, and Tamil Nadu is the largest state. Gujarat, I'm going to discuss what exactly the scheme, everything, but you have to remember the in renewable energy basket, Rajasthan is first, the Gujarat is second, Tamil Nadu is third, and the Karnataka is fourth. This becomes important for your prelims perspective. In GS3, it's all about facts. You have to write the facts. You have to justify your points. Okay, if you say the renewable energy is in means no, solar energy basket is steadily increased, you should show how from 2014 to 2025 it has been increased from the around this is the current production installed capacity. It was earlier this much, 42 to 45 gigawatt. This is the 2014 data. This is the 2025. In this last 10 years decade, this much has happened. Now, hydro small power, the nuclear energy, and this is the exactly the contribution. Hydro, nuclear, wind energy, then the small hydro energy, bioenergy, and solar energy. Okay, this is as of August 2025. Source Ministry of Power. Ministry of Power comes under the means we have the separate Ministry for renewable energy, that is the Ministry of Renewable Energy. Then now we are going to discuss what exactly the India's various policies, and the policies are at a two levels, at an international level and at a domestic level. What policies India has taken at a domestic level in the solar domain, then in the wind energy domain, then in the bioenergy domain. In the solar domain, if you are aware about the scheme PM Kusum first, then the National Solar Mission second, then if you third one will be the this year 2025 PM Sahaj Bijli Ghar Yojana 2025 prelims question. UPSC is directly asking question like on the scheme and the renewable energy basis. Okay, so these are the National Solar Mission, then the National Wind Energy Power. This is the what we are discussing solar energy initiatives. In this also PM Kusum launched in 2019. Okay, then PM Surya Ghar Yojana, then National Solar Mission, then Satat Initiative. Okay, and we have the set up the special national India's National Solar Corporation of India, one of the central PSU institutional level, and India have the agreement with the Denmark. India have the agreement with the European sub countries to boost the India's solar energy potential. Okay, these are the solar energy initiatives at a domestic level. Then next will be the automatically the wind energy. In wind energy, we have first of all declared the wind energy project as an infrastructure project. It means that if any project is anything is declared as an infrastructure project, then it will get investment will get attracted to a particular project. Then this is the wind energy, and we have the special institute for the Indian energy. We have another programming, that is wind energy enhancement programming. These three are for the wind energy. And recently 2025 budget, National Nuclear Energy Mission, Government of India has launched the National Nuclear Energy Mission to boost the nuclear energy production for the peaceful use. As we are the signatories of the IEEA Protocol 2010, we are promoting our nuclear energy for the welfare of our people. We have 7 to 8 major products like Kondankulam, then the Rawat Bata. So all this becomes important for the India's renewable energy basket. And these are the factors India have achieved targets of 50% non-fossil fuel energy production far before the 2030 deadline. Okay, then this is, and the energy hydro energy, if you remember, Government of India has launched the National Hydrogen Mission in 2023, National Green Hydrogen Mission and Green Ammonia Mission. This contributes for the India's overall renewable energy basket. Okay, these are the policies in the hydroelectric project, the solar power production, the wind energy, and the large hydro. These are the domestic level initiatives. Okay, ethanol programming 20% bioethanol. If you G1 scheme, if you remember, G1 scheme is the best example. The National Biofuel Policy of 2018. All these are the initiatives launched by Government of India to promote the renewable energy. Then National Green Ammonia Mission, National Deep Water Exploration Mission, the production of the PLI scheme is also supporting the solar, okay, solar energy production. And India's now come to the India's international level initiatives. The first one will come India's International Solar Alliance. India is the founder of International Solar Alliance. In 2015, India along with France launched this International Solar Alliance to promote the solar energy at a global scale. The second one is India Denmark Renewable Energy Pact. Then third one in India under its presidency in G20 2023, India launched Global Biofuel Alliance. Biofuels are nothing but from ethanol and biogas and everything. Okay, then India, one more, the shale gas launching. But remember, Paris Agreement, International Solar Alliance, the Biofuel Alliance, Clean Energy Mission, and apart from this, India is vocal for the special but differential treatment of in the under the Paris Agreement also and under the Kyoto Protocol also. India is achieving and India is promoting, India is becoming the leader of the global south for the vocal to get the funds from the developed countries and support the international commitment, because the environment issue, as I earlier mentioned, that most of the environment issue are planetary issues, and we have to discuss this at a planetary level. We cannot discuss this as a particular one country can do this thing, one country can do this. No, the planetary issues are the means environmental issues are the global issues. Even the climate change, even the global warming, or this global ocean acidification, all these initiatives are important and crucial, and these policies need global cooperation, and India is actively working at a UNFCCC, at a then IP international panel on the biodiversity conservation. Then India is also UNCCT. India is part of UNFCCC, and India voluntarily enhanced its commitment under the Paris Agreement. Even the India signed the Kigali Agreement, and India is implementing the Kigali Agreement for the ozone depletion. All this becomes important for the environment, and overall, all this becomes contributing factor for the India's achieving the target of 50% renewable energy. Okay, now this much initiative government has in India taken, but everything is not smooth and the riding is difficult, and there are issues in this all the domain, and we are going to discuss all these challenges. What are the challenges? Now in this challenge also, renewable energy, solar energy, wind energy, bioenergy, nuclear energy, all these have separate issues in, and the global level also there are issues where funding is issue, then the new quantified goals are issue, agreements are not reaching. So we are going to discuss first is solar energy, what exactly the issues we are facing the solar energy implementation. Okay, the first one is our dependency on China. Around 65% of India's photovoltaic cells and the solar panels we are importing from the China, and the same China which was the major means now threaten India's internal security, that 15th of June 2020 Galwan clash. And in same China we have 100 billion trade deficit, and 65% of solar panels are importing from the China. So in the diplomatic corners, there is always the dragon. We should not touch the dragon. Dragon is always a dragon. Dragon will never entertain the elephant. Even though recent the harmony between the China and India is shown in the SCO summit, but the dragon is always dragon, and this has shown the Galwan clash, the dependency. Even we have 100 billion trade deficit, and we have this 65% deficit. Then also China is not letting India to open their market for Indian companies. 65% solar energy dependency. This is very important when you are writing either the GS2 and IR question or either the GS3. The 65% solar energy photovoltaic dependency becomes a crucial point, becomes a crucial constraint in the achieving the India as a global renewable energy country. Then this is statewide breakdown. You can go through this statewide breakdown. I'm not going to in this detail, but first I came to these issues. First is solar energy done. The second one is we have around 54 solar national park which are contributing for the solar energy development, but out of that 39 are working, and the remaining solar national parks are, they are under the acquisition stage. And this is a very crucial, the acquisition of land is a state subject first of all. Okay, and this land becomes, it is taking, according to the Ministry of Planning and Statistic Programming, it shows that it said that around 37 months it took for the land approval from the particular state. This is a for solar panel. The similar case with the wind energy. If you see wind energy, most of the wind energy is concentrated in the Rajasthan and Gujarat. Okay, here also the approval, the major hurdles is Supreme Court of India has ordered the Great Indian Bustard Rejuvenation and the rehabilitation project, and this is hampering wind energy production in the Rajasthan. Okay, so in wind energy, the land acquisition, then the government restraint, and the second one, the India's technological gap. We are adopting the wind energy technology, and our technology is very rudimentary level compared to the European countries, those who are dependent on the wind energy. Our wind energy technology is at a very rudimentary level. Okay, these are the wind energy issues. Now come to the nuclear energy issues. Nuclear energy, as I discussed, the nuclear energy always considered as a dual energy, and sometimes nuclear technology, no one knows how much is enrichment. If enrichment is more than 20%, it becomes potential for the weapon development. And there are sure from the national nuclear supplier group to Wassenaar agreement to the NPT, all these are international restrictions on the production of the nuclear technology, and this becomes hurdle to import the nuclear technology related imparts or material. Okay, then the hydro energy is though hydro energy, both small and large hydro energy projects, they are good at producing the renewable energy, but their issues are related to the earthquake, environmental concerns, and the means that particularly related to water purification. Okay, these are issues related with the our hydro energy. Now the next is ultimately our bioenergy, specifically green hydrogen, then green ethanol blending. We all know green hydrogen, green ethanol, green ammonia. In green hydrogen, what is happening? Installment cost is very high. Initial installment cost is very high. We don't have the state of the art technology, and installment cost is very high. The second thing is green ammonia. In green ammonia also, the inflammability, and the ammonia is poisonous gas. You have to remember the ammonia is poisonous, and it is very difficult to, like, if something happen, even the hydrogen also is very inflammable gas. If small incidents happen, that will lead to the blowout of the complete industry and the location startup. Then these are the environmental concerns related to the green ammonia and the bioenergy. Then bioethanol. If you talk about the bioethanol, recently our government of India launched the bioethanol policy. But what exactly the feed we are giving for the bioethanol? Sugarcane molasses, then the maize, and all these are creating the challenges between energy security and food security. There is direct conflict between the energy security and food security, and this becomes a major challenge in enhancing the India's renewable energy. These are the issues. If you go to the social economic domain, I have discussed the energy basis, but there also economic financial cost is very high. Then the Karna, this is social domain, the power cut, the dispute between the solar park related issues. All these are the factors, environmental related issues as I have discussed. So what we can do to address all these issues and to make India as a power as a global power in the renewable energy domain. Okay, so first we are going to discuss first manage the spirit of cooperative federalism. How we can manage? First one, through the interstate council. What are the land issues? They can resolve peacefully by discussion and dialogue. The second one will be the adaptation of the new technology and the imparting the new technology in India, making Atmanirbhar India in solar panel production. That's why Government of India launched the PLI scheme in 2020, and in 2025 mains UPSC asked the exact question: how are the achievements of the PLI scheme and its objective and its overall contribution. So these topics, once again I'm repeating, is important. Now if technologically we have adopted, we need manpower also, we need the skilled labor also to achieve and to work on this advanced technology. So education sector, education, the renewable, if you see there is one guidelines to promote the training and capacity building among the youth to achieve, to contribute in the renewable, and this will contribute to the employment generation. The PM Surya Ghar Sahaj Bijli Yojana is also supporting the government support. Then the drone Didi scheme using of the advanced technology, and the drones using the advanced technology, that will help to reduce the burden from the China. Then this is the then approach of circular economy. Then the one health approach which focuses on the not only human health and also the health of animals. So one health approach of WHO will help to reduce the environmental concerns, will help to address the environmental concerns. And if we provide the uh, solar plant or wind energy plant we are going to establish in the particular region, provide them employment opportunities. So development will be in that particular region. This will lead to equal regional development, even regional development, and this will reduce the social challenges. Now come to the our next challenge, that is the how we can manage the food security and energy security. In this domain, those are the sugar molasses, and the we have around 4.3 million ton buffer stock. Through this buffer stock, gradually we can take some grains and we can use that grains to produce the bioethanol. Okay, this is one of the way to address the challenges of food security and energy security. Now next, green hydrogen and green ammonia. How we can maintain the green hydrogen and green ammonia? The best option is to renewable production of the renewable energy, green hydrogen. Okay, if you know the green hydrogen, hydrogen, UPSC had asked earlier question on these topics, what exactly it means. Okay, so remember this, how we can develop through renewable energy. And one of the technological challenges is the grid integration, because whatever our present system is more comfortable to the thermal energy sources, thermal energy, but that is not comfortable for the our solar energy, and that grid integration becomes a difficult challenge. We have to work and we have to invest on the R&D in the renewable energy. And the best example is Government of India has launched the National Research Foundation along with the 75,000 with the 50,000 crore fund in the next 5 years. Okay, so research and development should be done in the particular area. Next one is a global level cooperation. If you see, India is peacefully and cooperating with the CARICOM countries. India is importing from the Latin America, particularly those who are the material essential for the development of the renewable energy. And at a global platforms like Paris Agreement, the Global Stocktake, UNFCCC, India is vocal, and India is becoming more vocal for the funding and for the voice of the global south. This would lead to India become the global renewable energy power. Okay, so overall we have discussed the what exactly the India renewable energy stand, why we have taken this topic, then what exactly renewable energy basket mean for India, then what exactly Government of India has taken the initiatives. Apart from initiatives, what are the achievements of that initiatives, and what are the challenges, and what further action we can do to make India as a global renewable energy power. The finally will be the conclusion, and then this is the conclusion I will mention here: regional partnership, skill development. Okay, now the come to the prelims question. Okay, so how many these are? Then most this topic is becomes very important for the prelims also and mains also. Try to make separate notes on the renewable energy basket of India, in that particularly solar energy, green nuclear green hydrogen mission, UPSC had asked the question on these topics. Okay, so now this is our today's two topics. We have discussed the two topics. One is from the internal security and another one is from the renewable energy. If you have any doubts or regarding these topics or any earlier topics, you can contact on our team. Apart from this, I just want to make sure that we have just left with the 14 weeks for the mains preparation, prelims preparation. We have launched, for this reason only, we have launched the Sankalp Sarthi mentorship programming. If anyone feels that they are lagging, they need some hand holding. No, see, mentorship is different from the basic classes. Okay, in this, what we are just telling you to follow one particular procedure. It's your freedom from the which sources you are studying. It's your freedom, but we will tell how to study, what to study, and when to study. This is the procedure we are providing. It's your freedom to which sources, everything, rest of the things you can manage. But if you want to clear the 2026 prelims, do join the Sankalp Sarthi mentorship programming. Already we have a number of students, and around 100 plus students, and more days are getting the result every this Sankalp Sarthi. 5 days are study, 1 day is complete test, prelims and mains, and 1 day is a review day. This is our Sankalp Sarthi week plan. We have left with 14 weeks, 2 days only for the exact mains preparation. And if you see 2026, there is very few days, around less time between the prelims and mains. So don't make yourself very vulnerable post prelims result, post prelim. So start this, join this Sankalp Sarthi program. It will be beneficial for your journey, and I will make sure that you will get 110 marks. Okay, so this is our overall today's discussion. I will once again come back with you tomorrow on the same time with new topics and new energy, and with new energy. For the time being, Jai Hind.